Hi, my name is Kyle.
My name is Lori.
My name is Jamie.
My name is Ryan.
And we are the staff of the Forgotten People. And we've had a lot of questions coming in, and people have been asking all the time, what is the Forgotten People? What's it really about? How did this thing get started? And we just want to make this video really quick to kind of show you and tell you really what we're about, really what our mission and the point of this ministry even is. In last January, we actually took a trip, me and Lori and another pastor, we took a trip out to Guatemala to film a documentary about building churches there in the mountains. And we were bringing this video back here to America, to show in front of an event to raise money, which we raised $6,000 in this event for a church in Guatemala. And really, she's going to kind of tell you what the Forgotten People, how we got the name of the Forgotten People, but really when we were climbing the mountains, in the mountains is really where we got our name. So you could go ahead with that.
In January, as he mentioned, when we first climbed up to the, actually it was the second village that we've gone to, we came to realize that there were a lot of needs to be met. No electricity, no water, and it took us about 3 hours to get there. And there was a pastor there, and of course she was blind. She'd been blind for about 25 years. And she had mentioned to me that they identified themselves as the Forgotten People. So as I'm listening to what she's saying, later I was in communication with the teacher that would dedicate himself 3 times a week to go there to teach the children. And I asked him if it was true that they identified themselves as the Forgotten People, and he reaffirmed that. And so it just amazed me at that moment that they actually did believe that that they were forgotten, that God had forgotten them, that the government had forgotten them in Guatemala. But when this blind pastor said, but God has answered the prayers, we were the first ones to have arrived there at that village, over 25 years of just praying and crying out to the Lord. So this is how the name, the Forgotten People, was established, and this is where we get the name of the ministry.
Right, and when we were in Guatemala, you could see, and if you've watched any of our other videos, I encourage you to watch, I encourage you to go to our website and just watch them all, but the one thing that we noticed there was that they've had a lot of issues. They have a lot of issues. In the mountains, it's really hard to get water up there. It's really hard to get food up there. There's a lot of health issues, and we noticed a lot of these things. So our focus immediately went there. How can we help them? These issues. But the coolest thing that we noticed was they didn't want us to help them with that. All that they asked for, all that they were praying for, was for a church to be built up there, for them to worship Jesus Christ in a church. And then we started putting puzzle pieces together and figuring out that out of these church buildings that we could build, then could come feeding centers, then could come water wells, and different necessities that we've had a lot of people maybe like you have asked, well, how are we going to fix these issues, and a lot of things like that. Really, the big picture of the Forgotten People goes way further than just helping Guatemala. Obviously, Guatemala right now is our main deal, but we want to go much further. I guess, Ryan, you have more to say about that.
Yes, as a team, and we've talked about this many times, our heart and our passion is for the people who never heard the gospel, never heard about Jesus, and our heart just breaks over that because we want to reach as many people as we can in this lifetime. And Forgotten People, that when it gets down to the core, that's what it is. And when we go to these people, like they mentioned, it's like they wanted a church, and so right now that is our main project. But overall, Forgotten People, our main point, our main passion, and the main thing that we're trying to really direct ourselves into is to reach people who never heard about Jesus. So that's where our heart and our passion, if you want to get down to it, is to spread the word of God all over, even here in America.
Right, so our, the main, just to kind of summarize what our ministry is we are working with a lot of pastors in Guatemala that we actually send the money to, and they actually go and build the churches. Yes, we are putting our hands into that, but we've really found out, by God confirming a lot of things, that our main job is to supply that. And it's really easy here in America because one church is only $6,000, which is really easy to raise if we have the proper tools and if we have you helping us. And why I say that is because what we're always looking for is events that we could get a booth in. We're looking for concerts, for churches that we could go and speak in, for schools, anywhere we could get our foot into. do we want to go and raise money and even raise awareness there, and really just be a part of the community, and taking really this ministry outside of the church, and really raising money and raising awareness through the people there. Then this is the staff. This is the staff that really runs the ministry. We obviously have a lot of volunteers who help us, but Ryan is going to be really heading up the discipleship program in the mountains, because we don't want to sit there and build a bunch of churches and have a bunch of buildings up. We want to make sure people are being discipled. We want to make sure that people are actually in the churches, you know what I mean? We want to make sure that these pastors are being accountable and different things like that. Jamie's job is really, she's going to be a lot of the accounting and the admin stuff, making, writing emails and writing you guys, sending you videos, and really being in communication with you. And Lori, she's really our main one here, where she's really the communicator between us and Guatemala. She's the one that travels with us all times, and really make sure that we're able to just get our feet inside the doors over there. She's our translator, so when we preach, she's the one that's preaching with us, and different things like that. And for me, I really just try to do everything I can to get the word out to people and to help raise money and just to do whatever I can to support this ministry. So we want to thank you for all that you do in our ministry, and really we hope you fill our heart and help us support. We have a partnership program which you could look on our website, to where you could actually come and support our ministry as little as $10 a month, all the way up to whatever you want to support us. You could do this every single month, and it'll help our ministry to where we could get into doors and stuff and really raise money. So we just want to come together and thank you.